This podcast is part of the Podcast Your Scene Network. Visit us at www.podcastyourscene.com.
You know, the local media has an agenda that they're going to serve. I don't know who's in charge of it or what it is, if it's like a headless monster.
Why? Is a question.
Walking backwards. Something sacred.
I don't know the names of the creep songs. Those are
Running in
CDs you
circles.
just pop in and let play.
Sea of Glass.
The flight and the fall.
I love Ozzy. I think he's the true definition of a rock star.
So came out by your speakers.
Anybody else have any interesting stories they don't want from the show?
Dog from after the fall.
Hey, this is John Lane from the Riding Tropics of Leechburg, Pennsylvania.
The Pennsylvania Rock Show, featuring the best unsigned rock that Pennsylvania has to offer.
What's the story this week? Am I fucking your woman? I'm fucked up on oxy pills.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Let's go.
What's up, everyone? You are tuned in to the Pennsylvania Rock Show, featuring the best unsigned rock and metal that Pennsylvania has to offer, right here on PARockShow.com, XRPRadio.co.uk in Scotland, Oldies XL in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, music from the 412, both TV and radio from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Rootaroo Radio from the beaches of San Diego, California, and a Mega Rock Radio, which is streaming on the internet, and it is also 107.1 KFGD FM, both in St. Louis, Missouri. My name is Bill. This is episode number 661. With me tonight are 4 of the 5 members of Storms Within. What's up, guys?
Hey,
how's it going?
I would love to tell you that I have all that memorized, but I have a screen over there. I always forget a station, so now that I have the TV, I'm like, I'm using it.
You have to.
Also, if you see any of the stuff that I'm doing on music from the 412 coming up, I found a teleprompter that will run on my TV too.
Right on.
The ultimate cheat sheets.
That's right. So, first of all, you guys are from Erie, Pennsylvania, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah.
The only venue that I for sure know of there is Basement Underground. Basement Undergrounds, right? Isn't that what it's
Basement
called?
Transmissions.
That's it. Basement Transmissions.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I saw that you guys played a show this past weekend with Animus and Victoria Fire, who we just listened to at the beginning of the show. We heard Victoria Fire's song Fire, and before that we heard Chip and the Charge Ups Paying Back the Devil. But the reason I bring up Victoria Fire is an Animus. You're also going to be playing with Reign of Z in May, correct? So those are all bands from this area. So this is going to lead me into my first question, and I'm not giving you a cliche question first. So you're playing with some of the bands from this area, Pittsburgh, Butler, and I know 2 of them did come to Erie, but if some Pittsburgh bands were coming to Erie, where would you suggest they play at?
That's a loaded question. Erie, Erie's a little weird right now. Post COVID, there's a few places that are having original music played there. So we've scheduled shows at a place called the Sandbar. That's where we've had our gigs at. That's where this last Friday was. But they're closing in May, which is sad. So we're losing them.
Actually, I think I know where that is, actually.
Right on the bayfront, or right before Presque Isle.
Yeah. We go up there. My daughters, we go there for their birthday. They love the swimming in the lake.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's like sitting right on a corner of this really big intersection, right?
Correct. Yeah. And that place was really good. Every show we've had there has had a really good turnout. And then there is, it's a little hole in the wall, but everybody there is very hospitable, if you will. And that's Philly on the Rocks. Actually, we're playing with Reign of Z and the Almas at Philly on the Rocks in May. And then we're going to play with them at the Vortex in Akron, Ohio. So back-to-back nights.
So the Vortex, A Common Crown is playing there next week. And
Yeah.
Do you guys? I had, for some reason, I had you and Drown the Deep playing with Common Crown recently, and I know that didn't happen, but it's still stuck in my head. So maybe that should happen.
Hey, bring them on.
Yeah, we're playing with Drown the Deep in July. They're coming up here.
And
play with Common Crown with The Fall of Me.
Yes,
that's
and
what.
we play with them at the Bridge Bar.
Right. I have not been there yet. What's that venue like? It's relatively new.
It's nice. It's got kind of like an old diner feel. But it's really new age fitted. And it's like a long, narrow bar restaurant. The stage is big enough for the 5 of us. That's probably the max you're gonna get up there though. But I mean, it was great. Sound guy was great. The venue was fantastic, and both bands were amazing. So we had a fun time.
My car is currently sitting at Steve's business. He's the bass player for Common Crown.
Oh,
because it needs a wheel bearing, and that's what he does.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Among other things, they own a bar/venue. Which
I saw that. Yeah,
you'll be hearing about that a little later when I play the concert calendar. And a Noble Crown, which is breeding of mastiffs and French bulldogs. And then they have the K&S Automotive, which is where my car is.
Busy people.
And Steve is in A Common Crown after the fall. Matt is in, I don't even want to list all the
all of the bands down there. Yeah.
Yes. Including the Borstal Boys, whose bass player is the owner of Music from the 412. It all just kind of links down here.
Right.
So now I'm going to give you that cliche question. Where did the band name come from?
So we actually mulled this one over forever. It was one of the ones where we had come up with 50 names and nothing was sticking. And I don't even know how the phrasing came up, but I'm like, all of our songs are kind of the first batch of songs that I had written were all about events and different chaos that resides within your mind. There's the storms within your mind kind of thing. And I'm like, that's actually kind of fitting. And we had all talked it over, and I'm like, what do you guys think? They're all different things of that brew within your mind. And like I said, that was our first, 6 songs were about different various topics that are debatable. And that's kind of where we went with it.
Cool. So you led me into a question. You don't even know it yet. So an apocalyptic event happens and wipes out almost all the humans on the face of the earth and all but one song from every band. Which of your songs should survive and help repopulate the earth?
Oh my gosh. We all have different favorite songs, so I'll let the guys answer their.
Well, if it's apocalyptic event, I would say Endgame would be the perfect one for that.
I would agree with you, Mike. That was my answer as well.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same thing. Because that's our biggest single right now, and it is apropos for the end of the world, I suppose.
If
I'm just rage.
I could have made money on that one.
If you, first of all, do all of you write, or is it a combination deal, or is there How does the writing process work before I ask my next question?
I'll let them answer.
Yeah, I've written just about all the songs, but we have some new ones coming in since Mike's joined the band, and he's been writing too with me, so which is nice. Takes the pressure off a little bit. It is a different take on the songs. The songs are a little different, the newer ones. So
we have different backgrounds and styles of writing. I think it meshes well, and hope we'll see how it goes. With we're in the midst of writing new material right now, and I think it's going pretty well so far.
Absolutely, fresh perspective, different outlook.
Yeah, and what I like that Mike's brought in is it's a little bit heavier. It's not, obviously, like Tom said, he's been writing everything, and Mike's kind of got a little bit more of like a heavier edge, and that's where like my voice has gone with what we've been writing.
So this leads into my next two questions. What is a song that you didn't write that you wish you had written?
Oh gosh, that's so loaded.
Well, for me, that'd be Angel of Death from Slayer. Wish I would have wrote that one.
Oh,
yeah, there's just too many songs I like that I couldn't even pick one.
So for my current one, because I'm the same way. I'm like a rotating wheel of like listening to music. My favorite song currently, although after this, I'm going to go back and I'm going to kick myself for not mentioning something else. I love Dorothy right now and her Black Sheep song. Oh my gosh. Like I love that song so much. That's where I'm at like right now though.
For me, I would have to say if I could pick one song, the first one that comes to mind is Crawling from Linkin Park. That definitely was a game changer for me when I heard it. And it's just phenomenally written. And if you can get into what they were thinking and what was going on in their minds at the time, I could totally relate to it.
Okay, so now the next question is, if you could write with anybody in the history of the world, who would you want to write a song with?
Freddie Mercury.
That was fast.
Very well.
And you got a weird look.
Very well. Oh, that was an awesome answer.
He's my friggin' idol. Like bar none, any other artist. That guy was one of the most innovative creators of our lifetimes. That guy was just everything. So 100% Freddie Mercury.
Anybody else?
I would say Dimebag Darrell. That's one of my guitar heroes, and just of his style of lead and rhythm. He just the total package guitar player, and obviously that would never happen now. But
yeah, same.
I'm a huge fan of Chris Oliva from Sabotage, and I just love his melodies and just. It'd be kind of cool to write with him.
So, if you haven't figured out what I'm doing here, you guys are telling me who your influences are. And we're gonna.
I'll go outside the pocket for you, Jonathan Davis.
Okay.
I think that's phenomenal in all aspects of writing, composing. He's just amazing. Him and Danny Elfman.
Okay. Let's continue on this path. So you're leaving a gig. And there is a DeLorean sitting there with its door open and a flux capacitor in the back seat. So you can take it, go anywhere, and return, and no one even knows you stole it. Where are you going in time, and what band are you going to hang out with? Kind of like Michael J. Fox got to do.
For me, I'd go back to the 80s in San Francisco, the thrash scene. That was my favorite era. Hang out with Metallica, Megadeth when they first started, Exodus. To me, I think that would be great.
That's a tough one. I like so many different genres of music. I'd have to pick one, but if I really had to just choose one, I would probably go back to the '60s and hang out with Jimi Hendrix because he's just that was before my time. I never got to see him live, and it's still incredible to listen to what he came up with and wrote. That was just nobody else was doing that, you know.
I want to say he was only active like 2 or 3 years too. It wasn't a long period.
A lot longer than that. But he played with a lot of different bands. He was in the backing band for a lot of years, and before he was on his own. And Band of Gypsies, the Experience. I just think he was light years ahead of his time as far as guitar playing, and that just, man, I would love to be able to see that live, But or the thrashing too. I like it all,
Again, listen, you have a DeLorean, you can do whatever you want, just so you come back to the original time.
I'm going Woodstock '99. I want to be hanging out with Limp Bizkit, burning that place down. That was one of the most wild, concerts, feelings. I know it ended up being terrible for the fans, but those bands standing on that stage in front of all of those people, like, that's insane. And the amount of energy that they, especially like Limp Bizkit set, and I think it was like the Red Hot Chili Peppers and whoever else was around like that day, that, oh my gosh, that would have been something else.
See, when I'm at a festival, I'm usually up front with a camera in my hand, so I definitely would not have wanted to be at that.
Not that one, no.
I was at one over the summer, and someone decided to start doing that thing where you, in the pit where they whip their leg around.
Oh.
And I was on a hillside, and I got kicked between my shoulder blades while my camera was up at my face. That almost didn't end well for him. I had to calm down.
Yeah,
I'm not a violent person.
For me, I would have to cheat a little bit. I would go back to Live Aid in Philly. I was at home watching it on TV, going outside, listening to it because I could hear it, how close I live. But I would also go to Wembley and hang out with Freddie. I definitely would love to have been able to do both of that.
That's a good one.
Cool. Hey, last question along this line of questioning. All right, so you guys are headed out on tour. For some reason, you hire me to drive your bus. That's a bad idea, by the way. And we are listening to what in between show stops?
Everything. Every member of this band is so eclectic on all of the levels. It'd be some of the most random music ever.
Skate jams. Make you feel like you're back in the skating rink with doing your four-wheel.
We all listen to everything.
And I was listening to, you said like roller skating. Is that what you were just referring to?
Yeah, it's a joke amongst the band.
Listen, Def Leppard. What else did I listen to? UB40. Those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those were roller skating songs to me.
Well, it's a different type of roller skating thing here. How would you describe it?
I call it skate jams. Like, it reminds you of that stuff that you hear. I'm a little bit younger than the rest of the guys, so like when I would go
a little younger than me too.
When I would go to the skating rink and hear like those, party mix, like that's the
I would
kind
wait.
of
Click.
Right.
You should see when I'm driving and I put that on and they're listening to it, like, just stop.
I'm like, okay, the earbuds are going in.
So then I change it over and we get like Rob Zombie on there and Gojira comes on every once in a while, and it literally will go from one genre to the next, and then somebody says, "Hey, let's listen to something else."
Okay, so we are going to feature your song "Endgame" next. Tell me a little bit about that song.
The song itself is it's a bit of an empowerment song. It's about coming out of a bad relationship and, taking control of kind of like a situation that you lost. And the beauty of a lot of the songs that I've written are like multi-dimensional, multi-layers, and it can come out as being like, the end of a relationship, but it can also come out to be like the end of a relationship in general, like just ending something, the baggage that you needed to get rid of. And you know, that's why it was Endgame. Like I'm done, I'm over it, I'm moving on, and I'm taking control of this situation. And that's what the song's about.
Okay. So what we're going to do next is we're going to listen to a Common Crown song, Broken, and we're going to follow that up with Storms Within, Endgame, and we'll be right back. Everyone, it is Bill. I'm going to show how to enter our ticket giveaway contest that we have in conjunction with Dresky Entertainment. First thing you need to do is go to musicfromthe412.com, and once there, you're going to click on contest in the main navigation. You will scroll down and it will show you the upcoming shows that we have on our agenda. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Saliva show just to show you how to do it. And scroll down here and there's a share event box. What's up, everyone? It is Bill. I'm going to show you how to enter our ticket giveaway contest that we have in conjunction with Dresky Entertainment. The first thing you need to do is go to musicfromthe412.com, and once there, you're going to click on contest in the main navigation. You will scroll down and it will show you the upcoming shows that we have on our agenda. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Saliva show just to show you how to do it. And scroll down here and there's a share event box. So I'm going to click the Facebook box. And then I am going to tag Music from the 412. And also Dresky Entertainment. And go ahead and press post to Facebook. And it will take a little bit of time, but it will make a post to your Facebook page. While you're waiting, you're going to come over here. You're going to find the submission form. You're going to fill in your first name, your last name, and your email address. Your email will only be used to send you the tickets should you win. You're going to verify that you've shared the event and that you tagged both Music from the 412 and Dresky Entertainment and hit submit. And it is easy as that. And then the last thing you have to do is watch the Pennsylvania Rock Show live Monday nights at 9 p.m. on musicfromthe412.com. What's up, everyone? It's Bill from FirstAngelMedia.com, BuildAScene.com, and of course, MusicFromThe412.com. And this is your concert calendar for weeks 2 and 3 of March 2023. We're going to start off with the 10th at Heroes Bar and Grill with their concert series open mic. It is hosted by Solomon at 7:30 p.m. in Canning. We have a Common Crown on the 10th at the Vortex in Akron, Ohio, $10. On the 10th, we gave away tickets to this one. Dresky Entertainment and Jurgles presents The Lax, $26 to $36 will get you in, 6 p.m. start time. On the 11th, Howling Giant, Horse Burner, Limousine Beach, Sunshine Spaz, 7:30 p.m. start time, $15, Squirrel Hill Sports Bar. On the 11th, Moondogs presents Billy Price, 7 p.m., $15. On the 11th as well, we have the Bridge Music Bar featuring Dinner Bell Road, Zach Revito and the Rust Belt Rhythm, Noble Hops. That's 8 p.m., $10. At the Blue Goose Saloon, 8 p.m. on the 11th, we have Dominic. No cover will get you in, so free. On the 17th, live Irish and Scottish bagpipes for your St. Patrick's Day at Squirrel Hill Sports Bar, 7:30 p.m. On the 18th, we have the Fabulous Blues Brothers Show Band and Review at Rivers Casino, 9 p.m. No cover. Skip ahead to July 21st for Rock for Life 24 at Paradise Park in Cowansville. At 5 p.m., Doug Carnahan. 6 p.m., Terry Lee Spencer. 7 p.m., Unbroken Soul. 8 p.m., Blood Union. 9 p.m., Silk 9. And 10 p.m., A Common Crown. On Saturday, July 22nd, at that Rock for Life 24 show, 1 p.m., Shag Dog Melon Head. 2 p.m., Noble Hops. 3 p.m., The Villain. 4 p.m., Parabellum. 5 p.m., Amber Alexis. 6 p.m., The Borstal Boys. 7 p.m., Flashback. 8 p.m., Black Ridge. 9 p.m., Big House Beat. And 10 p.m., your headliners, Skell. $25 will get you in for bands and camping. There will be vendors and concessions, and you can find out more at rockforlifeconcert.com. The Rock Festival that I'm going to talk about next is the Upstage Music Fest. It is at 5615 Park Street, Clearfield, Pennsylvania. Friday, 8/11/23. Will feature Public Execution, Video Massacre, Past to Glory, Confessions, Casey Becker, A Starlight Gray, Endbringer, Trainwrecked, The Snipped, Heartsick, Assault on Fifth, Debrained, Age of Ruin, Cemented in Fear, Preveller, and on Saturday the 12th of August, Path of the Flood, Place Blame, Suburban Downgrade, Samara, Negative 13, Back to Life, The Filthy Lowdown, Human Animal, Orlando Furioso, Silence Equals Death, Idle Minds Extinguished, The Code, Dog of War, Brace for Impact, Scarfold, Strength for a Reason, Concrete Ties, The Take, Four in the Chamber, Sick of It All, Life of Agony. Make sure you check us out on our Facebook page, Music from the 412, for more ticket giveaways and much more. Check out musicfromthe412.com to watch our original content, as well as our amazing unsigned music videos sent in by you that we are streaming. Don't forget to head to musicfromthe412.com/submissions to get your videos, songs, and concerts onto our TV and radio stations. My name is Bill, and this has been your concert calendar for weeks 2 and 3 of March 2023. Make sure to send us more concert information, more music, and more videos. I will see you next time. So that was take like 20, that concert calendar. And my throat was starting to hurt. And I did all those weird, odd pauses. And I gave up. I was like, that one's going to have to be it. They do get better every week. That one's better than the last week's. And you could tell where I was reading faster than the teleprompter because I had to pause and wait. I'll get it. And for those of you that did not get to see the concert calendar that played when on the video, you can do that by going to musicfromthe412.com/concert-calendar. Or just musicfromthe412.com and click on calendar, which is probably easier. Anyway, we just listened to, on the podcast version of the show, A Common Crown Broken and Storms Within song Endgame. You guys released that album in the middle of January, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Where can people find it?
Everywhere. You can find it everywhere. We released it. It's, Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, all of the streaming services that, you typically would go and click on. You can just search up Storms Within. The album's name is Minds of the Wicked. You pair it up with one of the two and you'll find us.
If you're listening to this show through buildascene.com, there are links all over the show notes, and you click them, they'll take you to various places like Storms Within Official or Instagram.com/StormsWithin814 or Facebook.com/StormsWithin. I think I also linked to a link tree somewhere in there too.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to find it. I pressed the wrong button again. You guys, did you realize that I restarted the one video?
No.
I restarted.
I was jamming out to the music, so.
Yeah, the first one talking about how to enter the contest.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to mute everybody, and I missed the mute button and put everybody up over top of the video.
Whoops.
Yeah. Did I mention I hate video editing? Okay, so let's talk a little bit. Let's stay on my oddball questions. So I haven't asked this question in a while, which is a problem because it's my official Build a Scene question. And it's, who is your Dave Grohl? And by that, I mean, who do you want to go up on stage with and play one of their originals?
Wow.
You're asking all. these musicians that are eclectic as all get out to pick one. Oh man.
Now that's saying that we're capable of playing their song, right?
There is that too.
Oh boy, that's a good question.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and I mean, current bands or anybody?
Anybody. You still have the DeLorean.
Okay. Oh, I got the DeLorean. I forgot about that. Well, then I guess I'd have to go up and jam with original Black Sabbath, because I'm a huge Sabbath fan, and I mean, it'd be almost impossible to pick a song, but I mean, I'm sure I could come up with something off Master Reality that I'd bust out. You know, that I had to pick original Black Sabbath.
Okay.
I'm gonna go totally off the cuff because we're talking random here. I'm gonna go with Rammstein. They've been around forever. I think they're fantastic musicians. Till's like one of my idols. He is frontman extraordinaire. So I'm gonna go with Rammstein.
The only song I can think of by them is Du hast. And it saw me laugh because every time I think of it, I sing it in my head.
That's always the first song. Yeah, they've got. I mean, they just released a song like just recently called "Adieu." Adieu. It's like so good. It's supposedly their end of the line song. I don't know if those guys will ever stop.
Was that enough time for the rest of you?
I don't have it. I really don't have. There's so many.
Come on, T-Bone.
There's so many bands that I would like to do stuff with. I don't have anybody specific. Just, man, I don't know. That's a hard one.
Top three.
One. What's that?
Hammer off your top three.
Top three? Sabbath for sure. Testament. And I don't know. Really. I don't know. There's just too many. There's too many. There's too many songs. I love them all. Johnny Cash. There you go.
Right.
Johnny Cash.
My November 1955, I would have to go back in time and go to my first inspiration. Kiss, 1973. I'm sorry, Pete. Love you to death. You're a huge inspiration, but I would love to sit in.
So that was Cobo Hall in 73,
yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
See, there I am showing that I'm older than Erica again.
Watching you. I would love to be able to get behind.
Although I was not alive in 73. So
we used to be friends.
I came along at the end of 76.
Okay.
All right, so this next question completely I have found a way to make it music scene friendly, but it's really off the wall. What?
Oh, no.
Not that off the wall, but like when you signed on to do interviews, you never thought you were going to be asked this question. Guaranteed. All right, so being a musician, what is the best pizza you've eaten because you're a musician? So either at a recording session or on your way to a gig, at a gig, on your way home.
We're not a pizza group. We're a wing group.
I see you thinking.
You know where?
I know where you're talking. I know where you're talking.
You can tell me about the wings too, but you have to give me a pizza answer.
2 o'clock.
That would be our midnight run. Our midnight run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flying J.
Yeah, Flying J Pizza. It's a staple in the Storms Within family.
There is a Flying J on my way to work, but I cannot say that I've ever eaten pizza there.
So there's a running joke that we play shows more in Ohio than we play in Erie. It's like 20 minutes from us. So we play more shows in Cleveland and Akron. Well, this year we play a lot of shows in Pennsylvania, but for the most part, that was our stomping ground. And when you're driving home at 2-3 a.m. and nothing is open, Nothing hits like a Flying J pizza at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. They're 100% right.
Especially when you go in and you get the last
like.
And not just a slice
for like 2 hours.
not a slice or two. You take the whole pizza so nobody else
The
can
whole
get it.
pizza. And then we sit in my truck and we're
They're right. They're 100% right. Oh man.
So my stop is Sheets on my way home from hanging out with bands.
That's fair.
Sheets is it. I agree.
And it's croissant with sausage, pepper, and provolone cheese and mustard, which is the weirdest combination, but that's it every time.
Nice.
All right. So you mentioned wings. Where are you getting wings from?
So going back to the Ohio, there is a bar tavern called the Maple Grove, and it was the first time we played there, which was pre-COVID, and we went there and we were all starving, and we expected this place to not have food, and they have like this little hole in the wall guy that just like sits there and makes best wings ever. They were so good. And so every time we go back there and we play, actually we just signed a show to play there in May. You have to get the wings.
Otis 12.
Otis
has the best wings, but we don't play there.
Bombers, baby.
Gotta plug the local places. Pete Broman's on Peachtree, right off of I-90. Best pizza in town.
So I don't know if you guys can see that little comment there from Spike. But he says,
Hi, Spike. Oh,
and he also suggests a specific Flying J.
Yes,
That's one.
He knows what we're talking about. He's fantastic. He is the drummer in 2 bands, at least that I know of. I don't know. He's multifaceted, but he's in Vernonica and Lords of the Highway. 2 fantastic bands.
Cool. So I'm going to give you guys 2 more quick questions, and then I'm going to go play some videos. And those of you that are going to be listening on the podcast, you're going to hear from Stereo Scandal, their song Scream, Demetis, Eternal Prison, and Skell, Everything's Fine, to end the show. I'm not exactly sure what videos I'm going to be playing, so if you're watching, you're going to have to keep watching to see what that is. All right, so 2 quick questions. I flashed it up on the screen a little bit earlier, but where can you be found online so everyone can go get that album from you?
So our main source of social media is Facebook, Storms Within 814, or we have an official website, stormswithinofficial.com. You can also search us up on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Deezer, all of the music streaming platforms. If you search up Storms Within, the new album is Minds of the Wicked, and you can find it anywhere as long as you're searching us up.
Hey, last question, probably the easiest one of the night. What's coming up next?
You did all those show announcements. We actually have one on Wednesday, which is very random. But there are 3 touring bands coming in town. It's Awake at Last, Versus Me, and Ignite the Fire. And they're the 3 touring bands. And then we're playing with 2 local bands. We're playing with Autotrocity and Maroon River. And then so it'll be 6 bands total on Wednesday at Basement Transmissions.
Cool. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight.
Absolutely.
Thank you. It was our pleasure.
Yeah, thank you very much. This has been really fun, and what you do for the scene is huge.
Thank you. All right, so what we're going to do now, as I mentioned, we're going to hear from Stereo Scandal, Demetis, and Skell on the podcast side. On the video TV side, I'm going to play some a section of the just videos, which means nothing to anybody outside the studio, but you'll see it. We're going to start out with, I believe, the Derek Woods Band. And after that, I don't remember who's up next. But this has been episode number 661 of the Pennsylvania Rock Show. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we will see you next time.
Thanks.
Bye.
See ya.
Catch the Pennsylvania Rock Show live Mondays on Music from the 412.
Join host Bill Damiano for music and exclusive interviews with the best unsigned bands Pennsylvania has to offer. Featuring the best variety of rock and metal with new shows every week. Plus, you can catch replays every Saturday morning and stream us on the